our Young and Single series once again. My name is Abrahams-Appiah, and today we want to share an interesting topic. In case you are new to this channel, on this channel we share topics that engage young ones, especially late adolescent age group and early young adult age group. And we help them navigate the complex maze of late adolescence and young adulthood by sharing tips, lessons, and topics that are relevant to these young ones. Today, we want to talk about comfort can be an enemy sometimes. Comfort can be an enemy sometimes. Very interesting topic. Why are we saying comfort can be an enemy? When we talk about somebody is comfortable, we are referring to a young child who is being taken care of properly, being provided for, has all the basics that he or she needs to be able to go to school, learn academically, to be able to do well in society. We are talking about somebody who doesn't have to work, pay bills, somebody who doesn't have to find his or her own daily bread. We are talking about the category of people who have a roof over their heads. They don't need to struggle much. Now, this comfort is very good. Reason, it gives a head start in life. This comfort makes it easier for the student to develop and to grow. But comfort can be an enemy in the sense that, one, comfort can limit growth. Why? Because it creates a sense of complacency and reduces motivation. When we say that many young ones become complacent, they know that they don't need to push, they don't need to do much, they're going to get whatever they need. And so they don't motivate themselves. They don't push themselves to do more than they can do. They are very comfortable in their familiar boundaries. The challenge of staying in comfort zones is that such people avoid challenges and risk. Anything that involves a challenge or a risk, they don't take. Number two, you will find out that their personal growth is limited and their personal development is hampered. Now, the beauty about growth is it involves usually stepping out into the unknown. So you have to sometimes take on responsibilities. You have to learn. Things will not go as intended. Let me use myself as an example. I remember when I was a young student in the university, I started a trading business to be able to earn an extra income, to be able to live as comfortably as I wanted. I could have lived comfortably with the allowance that my parents gave me, but I wanted to do a little extra. Maybe I'm buying some books, I want to go somewhere and undertake an activity, want to do an excursion. Extra dreams could not be funded. So what did I do? I set up a popcorn machine. Within a few months, I was able to buy a second one. The good thing about it is it taught me a lot of business principles. It helped me to develop skills of management. And so when you are very comfortable, you don't take on new responsibilities, because whether you work or not, your bills will be paid, your fees will be paid, books will be bought for you, food will be bought for you, clothes will be bought for you. So comfort can prevent people from taking on responsibilities and risk. Another challenge is when people are very comfortable, they are no longer innovative. They are so used to doing things the old way. So there is no sense of innovation. There's no problem-solving skills. They don't develop resilience. But you see, when there are challenges, you need to learn how to be innovative. If A doesn't work, what do I do? A course in the university called Appropriate Technology. What I liked about that course is it helped us to reflect on different ways to do the same thing. So how innovative can you be in the face of a challenge? You will find out that when people go for camping, they don't have stoves. They are able to take sticks, take stones, and create a fire, put on their pots, and then they are able to cook. That is innovation. When you don't have the necessary facilities, are you able to be innovative enough? Are you able to solve problems that face you? What happens when there is no light and your gas is gone off and you don't have charcoal? What will a student do? What will that child do? How innovative can you be? So Innovative skills are key in helping a young one to be able to handle challenges. But when the child is so comfortable, these innovation skills are lost. Problem-solving skills. What happens when there is a challenge or there is a problem? You don't have money. You are in school. You are being sacked for school fees. What do? There is a deadline you need to meet. Sometimes as a student, you may need to go and talk to your supervisor and negotiate for extra time if need be, or justify why. These are skills, even the negotiation skill. But comfortable children will sit down expecting their parents to come from home and go and speak to their lecturers on their behalf, because parents have done everything for them. And because of this comfort, many young ones just don't know how to solve problems. You are playing with your little brother, a stone hit his head. What is the immediate first aid you should give to such a child? Maybe immediately first aid, put a tourniquet, make sure that the blood has stopped flowing, then you call for help. Or sometimes you need to apply ice immediately to make sure that the swelling goes down, then you call for help. These simple problem-solving skills are not cultivated by people who become too comfortable. Also, you find out that people who are so comfortable lack creativity and coping mechanisms. Life is such that you will meet situations that you didn't plan for, situations that you didn't announce before they appeared in your territory or in your life. How do you cope with them? How do you cope with loss? A young girl is in the university, she has everything that she ever needs or desires, and then she loses her parents. Suddenly, she doesn't know what to do. How do people cope when they are so comfortable? Now, comfort can also sometimes lead to stagnation. People who could have done better settle and they live a mediocre life because they are okay. Whether he does well or not, he has a job waiting for him. Whether he does well or not, he has systems working for him. Whether she does well or not, she will get married, she will get a home, she has a house, she has a car, and so she believes that she's okay. Yet, like we have said in all our videos ahead of time, we have so much potential. Many of us have no idea of how deep our well of knowledge is and our well of potential is. And so success and growth comes by pushing boundaries. You are able to do a book. I was mentored by one great author, and he said there was a year he challenged himself to do 10 books. And he was able to do those 10 books. And there are people who do a book in every 5 years, and they feel very comfortable. There are others too who are able to sit down and write 2 books a month. And it is because they are pushing boundaries. It could be a business boundary, an academic boundary, a skill boundary, but each of these areas require continuous risk, improvement, continuous steering. So even though comfort is good, it provides security and stability, it can also hinder growth. And so today our lesson is about how comfort can be an enemy. So what do we do to overcome these challenges that can be posed by too much comfort? One of the things is, number 1, set clear goals for your life. You must have a goal. What do you want to achieve in life? In the next 6 months, in the next 2 months, in the next 1 year. Specific goals that you want to do, like the next 4 months, I have a number of schools I want to visit. I have a number of books I want to preview, and I have articles I want to write. These are clear goals. Then you should be willing to adapt. Changes will come. Adapt to the changes. Begin to desire new experiences, and then begin to work your way. Begin to take risk. You may never have been a risk taker, but from today, start taking calculated risk. Step out of your comfortable zones. Do things you otherwise would not have done, especially in line with your goals. And so there are people you may want to speak to, reach out to them. There are activities you may want to do, attempt to do them. Step out of your comfort zone a little. Then cultivate a continuous mindset. Start something today and keep going about it. Challenge yourself. Oh yes. Things that will hinder you, like negative thoughts, negative talk, things about people who feel that, oh, you are okay. Why do you need to continue? Challenge yourself and tell yourself that you are not doing it because you are comfortable and you need the money or any other thing, but it's a potential God has put in you that you should develop for the benefit of all the other people who can be blessed by it. Then break your task into smaller steps. If you have something to do, break them down. Don't target always large projects. Sometimes it can be so discouraging. Break them down. So you want to write a 200-page book. Break it into writing 5 pages a day. You'll be surprised that as you write 5 pages a day in 40 days, that is just a month and a few extra days, you would have finished the 200-page books. Then what should you do? Find people who will help you to grow. Find people who are equally comfortable like you or not comfortable like you or peers like you who are challenging themselves. When you stay around people who are challenging themselves, you are challenged to do more. And so I love hanging around young people, old people, and peers who keep challenging themselves because I write. I love hanging around other authors who are challenging themselves. What is new? Which book is being birthed? Which target group is being helped? I do a lot of work with respect to young people. But even with respect to young people, I find myself straying into other areas, older people, males, females, who are training these young people. And then tell yourself that you are going to succeed. Because when you don't work on your mindset, you will find out that failure becomes something that becomes so easy for you. And no matter how small your progress is, celebrate it. Oh, you wrote an article yesterday. That's a great one. Celebrate yourself. As you celebrate small steps and you look back, before you know, in a short period of time, you would have made so much progress. Now, try new things. There is always something new you can try. Interestingly, this does not exhaust all the things you can do, but I've given you enough tips that you can think about. You are not eliminating comfort, but you want to push for growth. So comfort is not an enemy, but it can be an enemy when it hampers growth, when it hampers personal development, when it limits you, makes you live a mediocre life, and makes you not bring out the best. Everybody must be comfortable. It makes things easier. It acts as a stepping stone to reach heights that you could easily not have reached. If you want to see lack of comfort, that is also another topic we will look at it, because those who have not been comfortable, those who have lived with poverty, those who have lived without the excesses or the advantages are also having their own peculiar challenges and problems. But today we have been talking specifically about comfort, which can be an enemy sometimes. And we have proposed things we can do to help us rise above these challenges. If today's video has found you well, I am excited to come your way once again with this knowledge. My name is Hannah. I enjoy talking to you and I would love to hear your feedback. In case you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and press the notification bell such that anytime a new video is uploaded, you get it. Share the video with other young ones and give me a feedback, especially once you have been blessed by this video. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.